15 with AC Milan. Join you back, it's the 5th of December 2015 and we've got a crucial live commentary away at Juventus. As you can see, we've got a new skin going for this episode. It is the Scorpio skin, I believe, which you can find on Sorted Out SI. Yeah, so that's just a little thing. Last episode, of course, was the 4-0 drubbing away at Roma. At home to Roma even. Not too pleased with that. And since then we've had actually a tricky little 3-game spell. But we've got through it with decent enough colours, I suppose. In the fact that in the 3 games we've won 2 and drawn 1. And both of the wins were the 2 Serie A games, which at the moment I'm finding more important. Especially now, I'll just cover the Europa League game first, which was at home to Feyenoord, where we drew 2-2. And now we are out of the Europa League group, which is a pretty horrendous effort, to be honest. 4 points behind Feyenoord. Legia now in first. Feyenoord second, us third, and Bate Borisov fourth. We've got Bate in the last game of the season, or last group game of the year. Hopefully we can beat them. I'll probably put out, though, a very inexperienced side against them. But hopefully we can beat them. So we finish with 8 points, which is, I suppose, somewhat respectable. Anyway, the game itself at home to Feyenoord ended up 2-2, which was disappointing in the end. We conceded first. Lex Immers scored for them in the 8th minute. But Zivkovic in the 21st minute and Danny Ings in the 26th minute quickly turned it around to make it 2 apiece for Chong Tae-se equalising in the 77th minute, which was a kick in the teeth, because otherwise we would have been in a pole position to qualify. We would have gone into the last game against Bate Borisov really with a good chance, but instead it wasn't meant to be, and it really wasn't meant to be this year in the Europa League. We didn't perform too well. But anyway, we skipped a game there, and after the 4-0 drubbing by Roma, we travelled to Sampdoria. And this is where I really don't understand Football Manager sometimes. How we managed to win this game 1-0 is a myth to me. The only goal of the game came from René Curhin's own... René Curhin? I think that's how you pronounce it. Own goal in the 49th minute, which gave us a 1-0 win. But let me show you the player, or the match statistics even. 14 shots to 7. They had 53% of the ball. They had 6 clear-cut chances to our 0. They hit the woodwork once, and they had 2 half chances to our 1. Yeah. This is where I sometimes just don't understand the game. Like when you have a look at it, we had a similar enough game to Roma in the end. You know, if not on paper, we were better. We only had 3 shots on target. That was really our killer. But, 51% of the ball, 22 shots. I think they had much more 5 clear-cut chances to 3. So you would have thought that might have been a 2-0 win or something, or even if they did score 4, though, we might have scored 2, something like that. And then this game, like the Sampdoria game, where we really should have lost 4-0, we managed to come out with a 1-0 victory. It really didn't make sense, and I was left scratching my head, but I wasn't complaining too much, because in the end we did pick up the win, which was the be-all and end-all. And then the last game before today's episode against Juventus was the biggie, and it was the Milan derby, which we managed to win 2-1. An excellent victory it was. It was a feisty Milan derby, I'll give it that. Nigel de Jong getting sent off, his second sending off of the season, his first in the league, in the 45th minute, which left us kind of in the lurch. Even though we dominated the first half, we went in 0-0, which wasn't ideal. But then we scored to make it 1-0. We got a penalty. Bonaventura went down, and I think, who was it? I think it was Andreoli? No, it wasn't him. I'm trying to remember who brought the man down. It might have been Ranocchia, I think. Brought Bonaventura down, and Alex converted from the penalties. But him playing a rare game because of fatigue, I think, to Marlon, meant Alex played, which was our gain, because he is a terrific penalty taker. Then they equalised. Ruben Botta scored against the run of play in the 73rd minute, and I thought we were going to disappointingly not get 3 points out of the game. But then Marco Andrioli got sent off straight red after a tackle on Yarmolenko to make the teams 10 apiece again. And then returning from his 2.5-month injury, off the bench after around an hour, Angelo Enriquez pops up in the 81st minute with a header to give us a crucial 2-1 win at the San Siro. This game was more like we should have won the game, and we ended up doing so. It was a bit touch and go for a while, but 17 shots to 5, 3 clear-cut chances to 1, 3 half chances, and 52% of the ball. A fairly professional performance against Inter Milan, who have actually been much better this year. Like last year, they were a bit of a disgrace, but this year they've been much better, so it was a much more hard-earned victory, I suppose. Which still leaves us top of Serie A, because apart from that Roma game, it's really everything gone according to plan. We're there, 11 wins, 2 draws, and that 1 defeat. We've scored 30 and only conceded 12, with goal difference 18, with 35 points. Now, Juventus have caught up. Well, they're in second now. They've caught up on Roma, so they're in second with 30 points, having only conceded 6 goals all year. That is that's a terrific effort from Juventus. And Roma are still hanging about with 28 points from 48 games. And Fiorentina have 28 points from 13 games. So they technically could overtake Juventus at some stage. Inter are also there with 26. They're in 5th place. Down at the bottom, Bari not having a great first season in the Serie A. Only 1 win in their first 14 games. They sit with 4 points. Bologna, also newly promoted, only have 11. Perugia, on the other hand, do have 17. So, good for them. In terms of our player statistics, not much has actually changed since last time. Bonaventura is still the top scorer with 10. He hasn't scored since the last episode, but he has got a fair few assists. Niang's still got 6. Zivkovic up to 5. Alex has still got 4. He's only played 10 games this year. 3 penalties and a header. For the 33-year-old, still getting the job done. Danny Ings up to 3. Enriquez got his 2nd. Bonaventura's got 8, is top provider with 8. Desciglio 5, Zivkovic and Ings with 3 apiece. An average weighting as Saponara, Abate, Enriquez, Bonaventura and Desciglio. And Umtiti all up there. So I think we will head into today's game. I think we might as well, to be honest. The team we've gone for today is fairly as per usual. Diego Lopez in goal, back 5 at Yarmolenko, Umtiti, Munoz, Marlon and Desciglio. Neusteider and Polly in midfield because De Jong is suspended. And Bonaventura playing behind the returning Angelo Enriquez and Ricardo Zivkovic. Enriquez getting his first start since coming back from injury, and it's a bit of a baptism of fire again for him. Starting against Juventus. One of the nice little features of this skin is that you can see what the other team's roles are. As you can see, they've an excellent team. Buffon, Alexandro, Bonucci, Barzagli and Peruzzi. Vidal, Marchisio and Asamoah. Prato playing behind Paco Alcacer and Carlos Tevez. Is Paul Pogba on the bench? Is he injured? Have they sold him? I wouldn't know. Let's have a look. Is he injured? I'm sure he'd be top of this. Yeah, he is injured. For how long? 2 to 7 more days. So he's just missing today's game, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth for them. Like missing a guy like Pogba for such a crucial game in the season. You know, if they win, it's back down to 2 points the gap. If we win, it's up to 8 points. Like that. You know, you're getting into a very big lead if we manage to pick up a surprise victory today. Now, it would be a surprise victory, I'd say that now. To start off the game with Desciglio down this right-hand side, and he gets cut off. So, 3 minutes gone now. And we've had some early shots on target and a half chance to boot in this first 10 minutes, but nothing. Our first 8 minutes even, but here's Andrea Polly. Enriquez! Oh, he's hit the post! Enriquez! Oh, he cannot be stopped! when he stays on the pitch, when he's not injured, Enriquez does seem to be a menace in the box. And even though that 2-month injury was a kick in the teeth, it's already his loan deal has been kind of justified with how good he's been in the sparse amount of games that he has started. Polly with a lovely reverse pass. Enriquez initially misses, hits the post, but I think it hits Buffon, and then it kind of stays there, and Enriquez is the first one to react on the rebound. Excellent finishing that. The second one, the first one was a poor enough miss hitting the post, but to capitalise on that second one was a sign of a very good finisher. And it is 1-0, and we've taken a surprise lead, I think, here at Juventus. But here's Cuato Asamoah, and they'll be looking, Paco Alcacer, they'll be looking to try and restore a level playing field, not level playing field, but a level score line. But Lopez looking for Zivkovic, can't find him. Prato, Polly does very well. Bonaventura now. Oh, that's poor, and it's Carlos Tevez who's in. Oh, Carlos Tevez. Well, I think we've got to hold on to that one because he won't miss many of them. But he has done there. That is an absolute shocking finish from Tevez. Definitely not his finest one. As we picked up 2 early yellow cards, which has been a bit of a trademark in our game. I'm not sure, do we have Get Stuck In on? No, we don't even have Get Stuck In, but we just seem to be naturally fairly aggressive. We usually do pick up kind of on average maybe 3-4 yellow cards a game, which I suppose is a fair amount. Enriquez has already picked up a little bit of a knock, so we've got to be careful with Enriquez though, because the last thing we need is him getting injured again. Because he is dangerous when he plays. He is very dangerous, no matter who he's playing against. Because he's causing a bit of havoc here for Juventus's defence, which is the best in the league. You know, they've only conceded 6 goals going into this game, which I think really shows you how good the defence has been. But it looks like if we can get through this next 2 minutes, we'll go into just as I say it, on the 47th minute. Here's Barzagli. Peruzzi. Don't let along that kind of clear-cut pass go through, and that's exactly what they've done. Tevez. Oh, it's another good save. This time Diego Lopez pulls it out. Tevez missing his second clear-cut chance of the game. Prato. No. Oh, bloody hell. Just stays out. And we cling on to this 1-0 lead going into half-time. Have they changed shape? No, they're staying as they started. Because they are creating those opportunities, not quite putting them away yet. Enriquez is knackered though, and on a yellow card, so we'll take him off, bring on him by Niang. In a big game it is risky, but of course I said that when he came on against Napoli. Alexandro here. Oh, Niang, get rid of it. Go on. But, oh no, Alexandro's got it back. On this left-hand flank, don't let him whip a good ball in. Tevez! He's not going to miss his third clear-cut chance. And his 17th of the season in all competitions for the 31-year-old. Puts Juventus level almost immediately after the break. And it is 1 apiece. We don't close down Sandro well enough here. We let them get the ball in far too easily. And then once Tevez controls that, there's no missing it from him. And it's 1 apiece, and we're suddenly now, oh no, Desciglio's picked up a knock. That is definitely not ideal, because he is one of our best. Let's bring on Abate. He's a solid enough wing-back, Abate, but of course I'd prefer Desciglio out there, especially in this difficult little phase we're going through here. Juventus on top in this game, but here is Abate. Can he prove me wrong? Do something well. Oh, Arturo Vidal, send him off. That was a clear yellow, and that's going to be a second for Arturo Vidal. And Juventus are down to 10, and Chiellini's having to come on for Alcacer. So they've obviously switched up formation. Let's see what they're going for now. They've gone for that. Like, what is that formation? That's an odd one. I'll give them that. But knowing Juventus, it will work in some sort of capacity, I would have thought. So now Pirlo has replaced Tevez. So what are they going for now? Jesus, what is that? I really don't know, and I don't know why they brought off Tevez. He's a pretty nifty enough player on this year's game. He's been their main goal scorer this year, in the save, and last year. So he approached his last 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go attacking. Now this could come back to bite me, and if it does, I'll hold my hands up on it. But I feel with them down to 10 men, and with the kind of formation they're playing, that we should try and at least push for a winner. But it doesn't seem to be happening. Both teams seem seemingly settling for a point apiece, which I'd take. I'd definitely take. Away to Juventus, it's probably the toughest game of the year from a Serie A team's perspective. And to pick up a point, I think would be an excellent effort. And we've done that as well. And we've held out for that last 45 minutes. Now, it was made a lot easier by Arturo Vidal getting sent off. But a point is quite good because it keeps the gap at 5 points. Like Roma beat Bardi 3-0, so they're back level with Juventus. But we're in a solid enough position at the moment after 15 games. You know, we're keeping it up, which I'm quite pleased with. We haven't caved in yet. Desquiglia's out for 2 weeks, which isn't ideal, but it's only meaning he's going to miss maybe 2 games, which isn't too bad, actually. The next live commentary, though, what will that be? We'll come back to the Cagliari game away from home. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I'll see you guys later.